Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your. In recent seasons, Draymond Green has received a lot of criticism for being a controversial player, who commits a lot of fouls and receives a lot of warnings. But in this playoffs, Draymond Green showed the NBA that he is the best defender in the game. The Warriors are in great form and are not going to let Draymond Green go and will extend his contract. Following an impressive win over the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 1, Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr opened up on the impact of Draymond Green. Defensively, Kerr said that Green is the best he's ever seen and that his skills open up the floor for all of his teammates. Draymond was doing what Draymond's been doing for 13 years, said Kerr. He's the best defensive player I've ever seen in my life. He was everywhere, guarding everyone. He just has a way of helping every single teammate by being in the right spot and thwarting different advantages the opponent has. He makes our defense go, he makes the game much easier for all of the other guys. Before he was the head coach of the Warriors, Kerr played for 15 years in the NBA, where he averaged 6.0 points, 1.2 rebounds, and 1.8 assists per game for his career. While he was never an elite defender himself, Kerr was there to witness the dominance of stars like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman. For Rodman especially, the case is strong for being the best defender of all time. By the time he retired in 2000, he was a 5x champion, 3x Defensive Player of the Year, and 8x All-Defensive Player with career averages of 7.3 points, 13.1 rebounds, 0.6 blocks, and 0.7 steals per game on 52.1% shooting. Still, even after winning 3 championships with Rodman, Steve Kerr says Draymond Green is the best defender he's ever seen. The former 35th overall pick has hit legendary status with the Warriors, and his defensive efforts have been crucial to their success in the Stephen Curry era. From 2015 to 2021, Draymond was routinely in the DPOY conversation. His ability to switch and guard every position made him invaluable on the court and allowed other players, like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, to focus their efforts entirely on scoring. As the enforcer and motivator for his team, Green often employs questionable tactics to get the upper hand, and it's made him a lot of enemies in the NBA. This season was shaping up to be another disappointment for Green and the Warriors before the arrival of Jimmy Butler sparked life back into the organization. After he joined in February, the Warriors became a different team, and Draymond was one of the first to adjust. Under his leadership, their defense has been elite, and it was the story of the game in their latest playoff victory this week. In Game 1 against the Timberwolves on Tuesday, Draymond dropped 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists as the starting center, going plus 11 in 34 minutes. They held the Wolves to 88 points on just 39.5% shooting, 17.2% from 3. That's just a few nights after holding the Rockets to 89 points in Game 7 to secure the win in Round 1. Going into Thursday's game, Draymond knows to expect a bitter fight as the Timberwolves look to defend their home court. If he can match their size and physicality in the front court, it may be enough to hold it down and survive whatever response comes from Anthony Edwards. Warriors' Stephen Curry plan revealed after hamstring injury diagnosis. The Golden State Warriors have a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Timberwolves. But, the Warriors are set to be without superstar Stephen Curry for at least a week. Curry left Game 1 early with a hamstring injury, and the official MRI results showed a grade 1 hamstring strain which will sideline him for at least 1 week. It will be an important few days for Curry and the Warriors, and the team has a plan in place for their superstar, per Anthony Slater of The Athletic. The current plan is for Steph Curry to stay in Minnesota with the team and begin his rehab process with Rick Celebrini on the road. Team flies back to the Bay Area after the game tomorrow night. This is Curry's first soft tissue injury since an adductor strain in November 2018. It has been nearly 7 years since Curry suffered a soft tissue injury, so recovering now will be a tough task. However, instead of going back to California, the Warriors decided to keep Curry with the team in Minnesota. Game 2 is on Thursday night with Games 3 and 4 on Saturday and Monday, respectively, in the Bay Area. In a perfect world, Curry returns for Game 6, if the series goes that long, although it all depends on the next week goes for the superstar. 3 Warriors that need to step up in Stephen Curry's absence, from Buddy Hield to Brandon Podziemski. It took less than 15 minutes in Game 1 for the Western Conference semifinals series between the Warriors and Timberwolves to take a shift in tone. Early in the second quarter, Golden State superstar Stephen Curry came up limping after suffering a left hamstring strain. The injury ended Curry's night early and casts doubt over his ability to return to the floor in upcoming games and, potentially, at all this series. While they had already built a respectable cushion with Curry, the Warriors found a way in his absence, earning a 99-88 win to steal home-court advantage from the Timberwolves. But with Curry's status uncertain, Golden State will need to find a way to win 3 more games to advance. To win without Curry, Golden State is going to need big performances from across the board. Playoff Jimmy Butler can be expected to step up and fulfill the superstar role as best he can, but who else can the Warriors count on to step up and make plays without number 30? Here's who Golden State needs to bring it while it awaits more answers on Curry's status for the series. 3 Warriors that need to step up in Stephen Curry's absence. Buddy Hield. Hield's highs and lows are well documented, but his shooting highs can help make up for the GOAT shooter-sized void left by Curry. After hitting a record-tying 9 triples in Game 7 of the opening round, Hield canned 5 of his 8 three-point attempts in Game 1 of the West semifinals. The recent 2 performances were a revelation after Hield shot a combined 0-for-6 from deep in Golden State's back-to-back losses in the opening round. In many ways, Curry is the Warriors' system, but having a shooter of Hield's caliber can help soften the blow of Curry's absence. Not only does Hield provide floor spacing, but he also tends to hit timely shots that swing the momentum of games. Draymond Green. As much as Curry and Green benefit from one another, Green has an opportunity to be a key piece to the puzzle in Curry's absence. He's already shown flashes of it. Green was impressive in Golden State's Game 1 win, finishing with 18 points, on 6 of 13 shooting, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. He scored 10 of his 18 points after Curry went down, but there's more to it than just that. Green has been shooting well as of late and, more importantly, can make up for the extra playmaking the team will miss without Curry. Most importantly, Green has an opportunity to do away with Rudy Gobert's belief that when Curry is out, Green has no interest in making an impact on the court. Brandon Podziemski. With Curry out, the Warriors are going to need more from Podziemski. Full stop. The Buddy Hield cycle is set to good. Streaky Warriors guard is giving the team exactly what it needs. NBA League Pass diehards have always known Buddy Hield for one specific thing, the Buddy Hield cycle. The meme depicts a trend throughout Hield's career wherein he looks like an all-star when first joining a team before tailing off considerably after a few weeks. Hield's beginning with the Warriors was a perfect encapsulation of the phenomenon. Golden State opened the season with 7 wins in their first 8 games, thanks largely in part to his 21.1 points per game and 50.7% shooting from 3. Hield cooled off considerably after that stretch, averaging just 10.1 points and hitting 35.5% of his threes from that point on. The Warriors looked mediocre alongside him, until the Jimmy Butler trade breathed new life into them. The good news for the Warriors is that the Hield cycle looks like it may be restarting for the postseason. The Gunner was brilliant with 33 points in a Game 7 win in the first round over the Rockets. He kept the hot streak going with 24 points in Game 1 of the second round against the Timberwolves, including 22 in the second half. When Hield is on, he's capable of giving the Warriors exactly what they need to compete against anyone. When he's off, he's close to unplayable. With Stephen Curry out for a significant portion of this series, Golden State needs the Hield Sills to stay locked in the hot position. Buddy Hield is the Warriors' biggest X factor. Hield's play has always been maddening for a number of different reasons. He's clearly a talented shooter, and he's capable of getting threes up in a hurry. He won the three-point contest in 2020 and tied Curry's record for most points in a round in 2025. It's all of the other stuff that has been the issue. Hield's defensive awareness has been a weakness throughout his career. He can chase the ball trying to gamble for steals rather than following his team's game plan, leading to disastrous results. Hield is capable of playing decent defense, and the Warriors have figured out how to hide some of those quirks. When he's locked in, he can be a ball hawk that changes the tenor of games. That was evident in that Game 7, where he had 2 blocks and a steal, earning a backhanded compliment from Steve Kerr. "I'm going to utter some words that have never been spoken before by anyone on earth," Kerr told his team in the post-game locker room. "Buddy Hield, you set the tone defensively." Kerr continued poking fun at Hield after the Warriors' Game 1 win, joking that Hield was the team's stopper. The coach does have some real belief that Hield can guard, though. "He's strong, he's quick, he can stay in front of people," Kerr said in his post-game remarks. "He's going to have to guard Ansem in this series, which is as big a challenge as there is." Edwards shot just 9 of 22 in Game 1 and was held to 1 of 5 shooting when Hield was his primary defender according to the league's tracking data. Gary Payton II and Jimmy Butler will be the main guys, but Hield will have to continue that type of success going forward. Hield has also gotten into trouble in the past by trying to do too much with the ball. Butler went viral during Game 3 of the first round after cameras spotted him trying to teach Hield how to dribble during a stoppage in play. Butler later playfully gave Hield a tip through the media. "Buddy, stop trying to dribble," Butler said. "I hate that." As tongue-in-cheek as Butler's comment was, there is something to it. Hield has been way better as a catch-and-shoot specialist. His numbers plummeted during the regular season as he took more and more dribbles. Dribbles effective FG %, 3-point%. 0.59.4%, 39.1%. 154.1%, 35.9%. 248.6%, 32.3%. 3 to 6, 43.7%, 25%. 7 plus 42.5%, 12.5%. The Warriors have gotten the most out of Hield during this stretch by keeping his decisions simple. He's let it fly from deep, attacked the occasional closeout, and made the quick pass instead of being asked to read the floor. Buying into that role can be tough for some players, like the one that Hield replaced. Hield hasn't shown any ego this year though. He's moved in and out of the starting lineup at various points of the year, taking on whatever role has been asked of him. That lightheartedness was missing from Warriors teams over the past few seasons, where everything seemed like a grind. Hield has allowed the Warriors to laugh at themselves, and at him. Butler isn't the easiest personality to get along with, as anyone in the Minnesota crowd can tell you. He can be hard on teammates and coaches, demanding the most out of them. He described losing his joy towards the end of his tenure with the Heat. Hield has given it back to him. The Butler-Hield bromance has been one of the best stories of the playoffs. Hield once announced Butler into his press conferences, leading a round of applause for the star. Butler forced Hield to participate in impromptu spelling bee in front of media members, insisting that his teammate didn't know how to spell the word connector. On Tuesday, Butler called out Hield's repeated use of air quotes, asking if Hield knew what they meant. Hield called them 2 fingers, much to the delight of Butler. That chemistry matters, and it's gotten the Warriors playing at their best. At the peak of their dynasty, they relied on a contagious sense of selflessness and joy. Draymond Green's punch of Jordan Poole illustrated how far removed they were from that era. They needed a buddy to get it back. Warriors Stephen Curry out at least 1 week. Golden State Warriors star guard Stephen Curry will miss at least 1 week with a grade 1 left hamstring strain, the team announced Wednesday. Curry underwent an MRI on Wednesday morning. While the Warriors noted that Curry will be re-evaluated in 1 week, ESPN reported that his return date will be based on how he responds to rehab with his initial muscle strain. A week's absence would sideline Curry until next Wednesday for Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinal series against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis, if necessary. Game 6, if necessary, would be played May 18 in San Francisco. Curry was injured while scoring on a driving mid-range floater during the second quarter of the Warriors' 99-88 win over the Timberwolves in Game 1 on Tuesday in Minneapolis. The 2-time NBA MVP and 11-time All-Star promptly reached for his left leg and signaled to the bench that he needed to come out of the game. Curry had scored 13 points in 13 minutes when he left the game. He shot 5 of 9 from the field and 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Curry, 37, averaged 24.0 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 5.7 assists to help the Warriors knock off the Houston Rockets in a 7-game, first-round series.